All right, what's going on YouTube? What's good? This is BoxingWave. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, share the video. Artur Beterbiev is going to be defending his two titles at 175 against Marcus Browne this weekend on ESPN Top Ring. All right, so I should be able to do live commentary on the fight, but I'll let you guys know for sure later on this week. But I wanted to get this breakdown out the way because this is the best fight of the weekend, in my opinion. You have other fights like Joseph Parker against Derek Chisora rematch, which is also a good, fun fight to watch. But this is the fight here that I'm mainly focused on. This is a great fight. Both of these guys are coming off of wins. Both of them had to stay busy fights early in 2021. So they're both coming off of wins. They both were inactive in 2020. Beterbiev, I believe he had an injury and he had COVID. So he's supposed to have, he had scheduled fights, but both of them were rescheduled because of the injury and because he later got COVID, all right? And Marcus Browne was just inactive at the whole year. In 2019, though, Marcus Browne lost to John Pascal by technical decision where basically Marcus won the rounds, more rounds, but Pascal had like 2 or 3 knockdowns. And then Browne suffered accidental headbutt with Pascal, and they basically stopped the fight because of the cut. And then they went to a technical decision, and they gave Pascal the win by a point. All right, so Marcus is no longer undefeated. He does have 1 loss in his record, and Beterbiev is still undefeated, all wins by knockout. All right, they do have a common opponent. I think they have a couple. I think they both fought Gabriel Campillo too, where Campillo was kind of on his way out. You know, he's a vet. He's a guy that's been around, very seasoned fighter. But by the time both of those guys got to him, he really wasn't that good at that point. But we're gonna go into the other common opponent in Kalajic in a fight where Beterbiev dominated him, whereas Browne, in my opinion, got a big gift win against Kalajic. I thought Kalajic definitely won that fight. All right, but we'll get into that in a second. So when I was doing the film study the last few days, I kind of went into, you know, typical thing. Marcus Browne, he's a southpaw. So wanted to watch how, you know, Beterbiev looks against southpaw. He's fought a few. Same thing though, same game plan. He's usually very aggressive, big puncher, very powerful guy, good boxer on top of that. But very aggressive, you know, very aggressive and very powerful. All right, and has a good chin. He's been dropped a couple times by Jeff Page Jr., and he got dropped by Callum Johnson as well. Marcus Browne has been dropped by John Pascal, and he was also dropped by Kalajic in their fight. This is the thing. Marcus Browne has great tools. Seriously fast hand speed, very sharp. Good power, knows how to use the ring, you know, good reach, good height, good legs, knows how to, like I said, knows how to use the ring. Problem is with him, and it's kind of a flaw I believe that Beterbiev has as well. But the problem with Marcus Browne is that when he is kind of exchanging with his opponents, he tends to leave his chin up, his hands down, and because he doesn't have like those cat-like reflexes, he doesn't move his head well, he tends to get caught in the middle of the exchanges, and he doesn't have a good chin. He just don't. Whenever he gets caught clean, you know, especially in a minute, like when he starts to really open up and he's kind of in a pocket with his opponents, if he gets caught with a good shot, it's probably gonna hurt him, you know. And he hasn't even fought punchers like Beterbiev. I mean, Beterbiev is one of the hardest punchers pound for pound. So that's Marcus Browne's worst weakness. You know, he keeps his chin up. Again, very athletic fighter, but he doesn't have the defensive reflexes to be able to get out of the way of what's coming back at him. It's like when he's letting his hands go, which he does well, he tends to just not really be in the clear of what's coming back at him. And he doesn't really have the chin to fight that way, you know? Whereas Beterbiev, I think he has the same issue. You know, when he gets into the exchanges, he's so aggressive sometimes. He got caught by Jeff Page Jr., who knew how to use the ring and timed him as he stepped in. He got caught by Callum Johnson as well when he was trying to, you know, he had Johnson knocked down. He was trying to smother him a little bit. And in between that exchange where he had Johnson cornered, Johnson was able to land a shot and drop him and hurt him bad. The thing about Beterbiev, though, is his recovery is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He has a good chin. He doesn't have the best defense. This is a guy that's for higher level fighters, like guys like Vosdick, who was undefeated at that time, coming off, you know, win against Adonis Stevenson. So Beterbiev has probably been in there with the better fighters. He also fought Kalajic, who was a common opponent. Kalajic was able to hurt Marcus Browne constantly in that fight, where Marcus, in order to like survive, he played a survival game in that fight for most of the fight. You know, most of the fight he was holding on to Kalajic, so Kalajic wasn't able to get his offense off. Whereas Beterbiev was so strong and powerful, he kind of just walked right through Kalajic and made it look easy. I mean, even in that fight too, he even fought on his back foot at times and was able to handle Kalajic without a problem. Whereas Marcus Browne, who was letting his hands go, never posed any real danger to Kalajic in that fight. So with all that being said, I think Marcus Browne definitely has the tools to box with him. Absolutely. You know, if he's capable, you know, if he's able to, you know, work behind that jab like he normally does and use the ring, move laterally, don't put himself on the ropes, and don't open up with Beterbiev. You know, Kalajic did that, and that's part of the reason why he got hurt eventually. Don't open up with Beterbiev, because in the past, when you try to open up and trade, even if you land, you might rock Beterbiev. I think you giving Beterbiev the advantage. He doesn't have long arms. He has a very powerful hook. You don't want to be in the pocket with him at all. So Marcus Browne, his job should be to work behind that jab, use your legs, use the ring, all right? Shoot those left hands to the body. He has a nice, crisp, straight left hand. Use that left hand. Yes, at times, when he steps in, hit him with that uppercut as he is. You got to time him when he step in, but keep moving. Don't stand there and try to trade with Artur Beterbiev. He's way too powerful. And other guys that weren't nearly as powerful was able to hurt you. So you have to stay on the move. I think he's capable of doing it, but the problem is he damn near needs to fight the perfect fight, because unless he's able to really hurt Beterbiev and get him out of there, he would have to fight the perfect fight all fight long. Now, a couple of advantages that he may have in this fight is that Beterbiev hasn't been that active. He fought Adam Dinas earlier this year. Adam Dinas was a southpaw, not a powerful guy, good boxer, but it was kind of a tune-up for Artur Beterbiev. All right, Beterbiev didn't look incredible at that fight, but if you watch Beterbiev and you saw the way that he boxed this guy, you could tell that he wasn't being nearly as aggressive as he has in the past. All right, Beterbiev is 36 years old. All right, he had COVID, he's had injuries, he's been plagued with injuries his whole professional career. So with that being said, hopefully you want to use that youth advantage, all right, possibly outworking him. You know, draw him out to the later rounds. If Marcus is able to survive there, draw him out to the later rounds and possibly outwork him in the later rounds. That's what you kind of want to do if you can do it. I'm expecting for Beterbiev to start off very aggressive like he did against Kalajic. You come out very aggressive, take that confidence away from Marcus Browne, you know, tune him up, hit him with a couple good shots to where he doesn't feel confident enough to engage with you, and then he starts holding and doing some of the stuff we've seen in other fights before. That's what Beterbiev wants to do. If he is able to do that early, then take the confidence away, beat down Marcus Browne, and fight to, you know, a win or possible stoppage. I think he's much more capable of stopping Browne, but I do think that Browne is very capable of hurting Beterbiev and even dropping Beterbiev. It might be a flash knockdown, but if this is a fight that's going to go to the scorecards and you got a knockdown or two because Beterbiev is being overly aggressive and he's getting caught with shots as he's stepping in, then it could be one of those fights where I feel like Marcus can win, you know, if it goes to the cards. But if it doesn't go to the cards, I'm expecting it to be because Artur Beterbiev stopped him because he's too strong of a puncher. And Marcus, again, doesn't move his head well, keeps his chin right up, you know, and he trades. He doesn't like tuck his chin at all. He's right in the pocket, fighting like this with his chin all up in the air, doesn't keep his hands up. And I think even when he does it early, sometimes he tends to get a little relaxed, especially when the fight is going his way. He has to keep that in his mind, like, yo, you got to keep your guard up, or, you know, you got to keep your chin. You can't have your chin all the way up in the air like that because you're not going to be able to take the punch. Arthur might one-shot you, might KO you with one shot, and that'll be it. All right, so y'all know Marcus Browne is my guy. You know I'm rooting for him, and I want him to win. I would be great. I'll be happy if he's able to pull this off. You know, he's a New Yorker. He's from Staten Island. Love the kid. Great guy. Much love and respect. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him. But Artur Beterbiev, based on what I've seen, his career, fought better fighters, destroyed everybody he's fought. Destroyed Kalajic, who did great work against Marcus Browne. I mean, overall, the guy's like a tank. Unless, you know, he turns into an old man in this fight, I can't really see Marcus Browne beating him. I'm rooting for him, but I can't see Marcus Browne beating this dude. If he does, great. I'll be happy for him. But as far as giving you an actual prediction without being biased, I'm going to have to say Marcus Browne is going to find a way to stop him at some point. I think he's going to be able to do it, all right? But that's my breakdown real quick. And I see you guys. Hopefully I can see you guys covering a fight this weekend because it's a great fight. Definitely check this fight out. Again, it's going to be on ESPN Top Rank. Love the fight. And hopefully the winner of this fight, we can get some more unification fights because there's still fights to be made. You still got Bivol out there. You still got Joe Smith Jr. out there. All right, a lot of fights that still need to be made. Anyway, I'm out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.